Warning or disclaimer, just buckle up, fuckers, it's about to get weird. You're about to hear stories and opinions by two men who know very little about anything. You're about to see some shit and hear some shit that may be hard to see or hear. Guess what? They're opinions. Please advise. Or don't. Do whatever the fuck you want. Who cares?
I guess.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Dumbass Dads!
We've been slacking.
Hell yeah, we have. Because that's our style, baby.
Yeah.
That's why you love us. You're like, these guys ain't got no fucking plan. They just show up sometimes. Just like a dad. Unless your dad's like really good at hide and seek, like mine. We've been playing for like 10 years. Have no fucking clue where he is. On that note, we just want to get started with a little bit of advice, a little life lesson. If you're washing dishes with somebody, and knives happen to be a part of those dishes that you're washing, don't just throw knives in the soapy water, willy fucking nilly. You know? Because the other person has no goddamn clue you did that. They're gonna reach in and grab a blade. I used to throw knives into soapy water when my dad was doing dishes, and he's dead now. So, completely unrelated, but still.
Maybe that's why you can't find him.
Swear to God, I left him right here. Son of a bitch.
What did that happen to you at work the other day?
Constantly. Yeah. Fucking, I don't know why, but anytime somebody else walks into my kitchen, I now feel the need to double check my water to make sure there's not multiple sharp objects in there waiting to ruin my life. It's like, hey, you like playing guitar? Pretty hard to do that without a finger.
Just cuts it off. Just the tip of him.
Hell yeah, baby. Just the tip. That's what we're all about. That's how you end up with 3 kids.
Wow.
Oh, fuck.
Only the tip of that, huh? Yeah.
Well, I mean, nothing but tip.
Oh, no.
I'm like a basketball player, but I'm never balling.
Hell no.
I didn't have any kind of plan for anything that I wanted to talk about today, did you?
No, of course not.
Perfect. We're just going to keep spewing stupid shit at you
like
guys.
8 o'clock in the morning right now.
Yeah, that's true. It's fairly early today. This is the job we decided to do.
It's like the only time we had time for that.
Pretty much, yeah. I don't know why, but it seems to go better in the morning sometimes than it does at night. I don't know why, which is so weird to me, because neither of us are real, like, morning people.
No, I hate the morning.
The morning's for shitting and jacking off, baby. This guy right here, he knows.
Yeah.
He's all about that. He's like, I like to mix the two.
Yeah. I don't think I'd ever be able to
Yeah,
do
right.
that.
You're just like... I forget what that's called. God, it's Boston Steamer? Nope, that's when you get shit on your chest.
What?
There's some kind of something where like you get a blowjob while you're taking a shit.
Yeah,
and that's true love.
That's from Harold and Kumar.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. I read it on Urban Dictionary.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a part on one of the Harold and Kumars.
Well, thank you, Harold and Kumar, for bringing that to our attention.
Yeah.
That's the thing these fucking nasty people are doing. It's like, God, I really love the smell of your body, yo balls, and your butthole, but I would really love to smell what's coming out your butthole while I diddle on your balls. And that's the girl you don't want to bring home to meet your parents, you know?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Sit there eating spaghetti like, yeah, she'll suck my dick while I poop sometimes. Nom 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 nom.
Can you imagine if you brought that up? Like, what? Oh,
I think
like your dad would all be into it. Oh yeah, really?
Right, your dad would be like,
hey babe,
your mom never does that to me. Like, who does it? I feel like that's the kind of shit that my parents would say. Like, oh, we didn't get that frisky. Like, oh my god.
I can see like your grandpa saying something like that.
Yeah,
After
my
the shit
grandpa
he's told you.
My grandpa would say something like that. You know, that's for your pecker right there. Like, no, I'm pretty sure that's for plumbing, but what, you're telling me that's not your plumbing? Like, touche, Grandpa, touche. I'll give it to you. Yes, technically this is my plumbing. That is a monkey wrench though. So everything. That guy you could pull any tool out of a toolbox and he could come up with some way that had to go on your balls and or your butthole. You'd be like, yep, nope, that's for that. Give it a try, weirdo. And you'd be like, nah, I'm pretty sure you just want to see me accidentally hit myself in the balls with a ratchet. I think I'm good. Gotta wake up pretty early in the morning to get this guy. Also, like, drinking a beer and we've disclaimed that it's pretty early in the morning now. Woo!
So, like, I've been, like, knocked out for the past 3 days.
Yeah.
And I didn't go to work at McDonald's for the last 2 days.
I was kind of hoping you were going to say you didn't go to work at Casey's, and I'd be like, oh, cool, so it wasn't just me.
No, I gotta go to work today at, like, 2.
That's going to be so much fun.
No, it's not.
Also, if you don't show up, you're only gonna get like 4 or 5 voicemails. So don't even.
I gotta work with Jacob on his last 2 days of working at Casey's.
It's just like, shout out to Jacob. I'm sure you don't watch. That's fine. You barely listen to anything we say when we're right in front of you. Have a good rest of your life, I guess. I don't know, man. I feel like we were pretty indifferent about each other. We could have made it. We could have made it if we fought for it.
Yeah.
If we had fought for it, Jacob, we could have been the besties for the resties of the times. But now here we are, ex-coworkers.
Yeah.
We'll never see each other again until I find out where you work and ask you all of the dumbest fucking questions. Are you excited? I am. I'm just gonna quit Casey's too. I'm gonna find a job at his place, and then I'm gonna make sure he has to fucking train me. You're gonna be like, no, he just started. I'll be like, yeah, the job's not that fucking hard. Have him show me. That's a good point. Halfway through that day, we're gonna flip the script, and then I'm gonna be training him, and he's not gonna understand anything. He's gonna be like, what the fuck is life even? This asshole comes in out of nowhere and is.
I think he already says that.
What the fuck is life even?
What is it?
That should be our shirt. That should be our dumbass dad shirt. The fuck is life even? Dumbass dads. Right? Yeah. Not a bad shirt. We got a cricket, so that could be an option. If it has words, I can put that shit on shirts now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's kind of sweet, actually. It's like a little printer that's just like, hey, I'm gonna cut out your things, and then you can stick me on stuff and heat me up, and I'll stay there. And you're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's how I got this one done.
What? You didn't cricket that, you
No, I
motherfucker.
didn't.
No, I didn't.
The guy at the mall did it. It's the Joker.
Oh, wait, so there's dudes at the mall and you just have fucking crickets that just hang out at the mall now?
Yeah.
What the fuck am I doing working in a business? Jesus Christ.
That's how I got the other 2 done, too.
Just layers on layers on layers. Knowing how the cricket works.
I mean, it's the stupid Joker, but...
I mean, it's a Joker.
Yeah.
And he totally redeemed himself in the new Justice League.
No, I don't think he did.
I disagree as well. Look,
I mean,
Jared Leto, you're good at music. I'll give it to you. You're an alright actor. You're a fucking douchebag, though. And that's all I've ever heard from anybody. Is Jared Leto's an asshole. Just because you're talented doesn't mean you get to be the biggest dick anybody's ever met. You know? Look at, Give me a second here. There's It's got to be somebody else. Justin Timberlake. I'll give it to him. Fuck it. JT, you're my boy. He seems like a cool ass dude. He's fucking hilarious. He's an alright actor. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take that back. He's a pretty decent fucking actor.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake is pretty goddamn good. And his songs don't suck. So, also, a lot more mainstream than 30 Seconds to Mars. Pull your head out of your asshole, Jared Leto. Fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Ugh. Also, I'm sure you don't watch our show. Nobody does. If you do what I do ever and you just scroll through our videos to check out the views, it's a real fucking wavy. It's a real wavy vibe.
It is.
Last week had like 32. The week before had almost 100. This one's probably gonna have negative somehow.
views.
Yeah, people are gonna be like, yeah, no, they watched it in reverse for some reason. This is what we're gonna do here. I did great with kids.
Yeah.
Not my kids, but kids.
I don't want to.
I don't want your nasty cold piss drink. Have you been watching Made for Love
No.
on HBO Max?
No.
The premise of the show is,
Made for Love.
well, it's this guy. His name is Gogol, and
What's his name?
Gogol.
Gogol.
It's after Google. He's like a big tech savant, and he meets this girl, makes her his wife, and then finds a way to like blend their minds together. So he puts a chip in her head so that he can see and hear everything she's doing and read her like body language to a point where it's like, okay, her body language is saying that she's upset. Like she's 72% angry and 36% flustered. Like, okay. So he's got that, and the whole series is about this girl trying to escape from him and not be a part of this weird fucking experiment. And it is fascinating.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I kind of want that shit. But I also, because I mean, like, fuck it. Who the fuck gives a shit who's in my mind? Like, I'm pretty open about it anyway. And if you see what's in my mind that I'm trying to hide from you, you're either gonna be like, whoa, shit, what the fuck was that? I need to go. And you're gonna leave. Or you're gonna, react like a person of my idiot caliber and be like, why'd that one get tucked away? Whatever. And then continue living your life.
Wouldn't you be like, why did that one get tucked away? Why wouldn't you just be like, hey, why'd you tuck that thing away?
Why'd you tuck that thing away? You know I can read your mind, right? Is that helping you? Be more open with me? Oh, God, I just feel like I'm naked all the time now. Fucking
I could see, like, Monique.
She got it. She could read my mind
Oh,
most of the time.
God. Yeah.
Whew. Well, I feel like we would be in trouble a lot. A lot of trouble for this guy. Not mainly because, like, it's dirty thoughts. It's just, I've got such weird, out there thoughts that anybody with a normal functioning brain would see, read, or hear it and be like, that guy should probably be locked up, right? Like, that guy should be in some kind of jacket thing where his arms can't move.
In a panic
And then I'd be
walk.
like, I've seen a bunch of Houdini documentaries. Pop my shoulder out, and then I'd cry a little bit because that hurts like a motherfucker. And then maybe if I was able to get my floppy, loose, popped out arm out of the socket, and I'd be like, I'm almost free. And then I get sidetracked making like a boner with my arm in my coat. You know, like you used to do with your hoodie. You know, where you pull your thing in, you tuck your shirt in like that, and you'd be like, huh. The greatest shit ever. You never saw that? Oh my god! Dude, that was like an early 2000s thing. You take your shirt, you hold on to one sleeve so it looked like you had both your arms like this, and you'd be like, I'm gonna give it to you good, baby. And every time you went down, you'd fucking put your arm up, look like a big old boner in your sweatshirt. Yeah. And everybody was like, oh my god, that dude's dick is so huge when he puts his arms down, it goes all the way up to his face. Nobody knew it was my arm.
Who were you hanging out with?
I was in the special ed class in high school, whatever. Remedial math, baby! I was in remedial math. I was not a part of the special ed. There was one time my brother...
Are you sure?
I was in really well with all of the special ed, like, helper teachers, which made me question it a lot, you know? There were a lot of times where me and my mom would be driving back home from something, and I would look at her and I'd be like, hey... do I have Down syndrome and you're not fucking telling me, or what? Because, like, I'm really good at music. If you hand me an instrument, any instrument, give me 30 fucking minutes, I can write you, like, a 7-minute song on that instrument. You'll think that I know how to play that instrument. That's something a fucking autistic person can do, yeah? Yeah. So, that evolved into a theory that everyone's autistic for something. You just gotta find what you're autistic for. But everybody out there is autistic, you know. It's just, we're all on different parts of the spectrum, you know? Yeah. So,
right.
like, I'm autistic for music, probably a little higher up on the spectrum, because I'm pretty fucking out there, you know? My train of thought doesn't quite work like everybody else's, so, yeah, I'm probably a little autistic, whatever. It's not a big deal. I can't remember where the fuck I was going with this. There was one day my brother asked my dad, he was like, hey, you think I could make it into, like, the special ops? And my dad was like, well, he was thinking about going to the military. He used to think he was a lot more badass than he is.
Like the Special Olympics?
Well, that was my follow-up question. My brother was like, you think I could make it into special ops? And my dad was like, I don't know if you work hard enough. And I was like, Dad, do you think I could make it into special ed? And he was like, I don't know if you will work hard enough. That guy was on top of it.
Yo, wow.
I mean, shit. There's things that guy used to do with me that I cannot fucking wait to do with my kids. Like, the first time my dad whipped a shitty in a car with me in the car was so great. We showed up to a basketball tournament neither of us wanted to go to. I was playing in it. It was elementary school.
I was playing in it.
No adult, honestly, no anybody wants to watch a bunch of idiot elementary school kids play basketball for a full fucking day nonetheless. Like, oh good, you guys did fucking shit garbage at that game? You got 3 more? Can't wait. Doesn't matter if you lose all of them, we have to stay for every single one of them? God, I'm so glad that I had you. But, so we pull in. My dad already knew it was going to be a shithole of a fucking Saturday. Not the way anybody wants to spend their weekend. Also, God, I'm glad I only made girls. I never have to go to some dumb fucking wrestling weekend. Oh.
Why girls wrestle?
Mine won't. They'll be like, Dad, can we wrestle? I'll be like, yeah, you can wrestle me right here, and if you can beat me, you can join wrestling. But if no, then sorry. Looks like we're doing dance and acting.
Dance and acting.
It's like you're gonna be a little gay like your dad, baby. Woo! Let's do some music. I really fucking hope my kids want to act. Like, God, I'd rather drive my kids to a play practice, sit and get stoned in my car for 2 hours while they do it, and then drive her home just to go to, like, 5 productions of that play at the end of the year. That'll be average and maybe get better throughout the 5 productions. Also, there'll be, like, you know, a storyline or something that'll actually kind of draw my attention. Whereas if they're in sports and stuff, I'll be like, I don't even give a fuck about professional athletes. And you guys aren't even really good at this game, so... fuck! Gotta sit here for 5 fucking hours wishing I could do literally anything else. And it's not like I can go get high in my car. There's 7 other parents in here who smoke weed and aren't doing it. So they'll definitely sniff it on me when I come back in. Be like, hey, are you high? And I'll be like, are you fucking not right now? Are you kidding me? Why aren't they selling edibles in this fucking little thing here? All we got is 5-inch Subway subs and pizza that was frozen 30 minutes ago? Fuck you guys. I don't want your gross cardboard popcorn. That's way too buttered.
That's the best part.
No, it is not.
It is.
When I eat something, I like to be able to touch things afterwards. You know?
You can use that butter as lube when you go home.
My God. Hey, honey, you ready for a yeast infection? They're really getting after it. I'm gonna hand that to you. Feel like you could use the hit.
Oh my God.
I don't know, and I mean that's just how I feel. Maybe I'll get more into it when I'm like older and Percy's actually trying to get into sports. Cause she fucking anytime we go to the Y for her gymnastics class. Also, whoever decided to teach toddlers gymnastics, you're a fucking idiot. Or they were just like, man, I wonder how long we can get parents to stand in a single file line while their kids don't fucking listen at all. That's my favorite part, is when they're like, all right, we're going to do the balance beam, everybody line up. And then all of the parents line up, and all of their kids do whatever the fuck they want, just like they have been doing. It's pretty sweet.
Throughout the whole thing?
Pretty much, yeah. And they're like, oh, it's just 40 minutes of parents going, no, come here, we got to listen. We got to listen now. Listening. Okay, are you listening? Hey, no, come here. Can you stand by me? Can you stand in the line? There's a lot. Can you stand in the line? Listen. The teacher's just like, okay, we're going to do this. Nobody's listening. She doesn't care. She's like,
They
get
pay
paid
me
for this shit
They
anyway.
pay me anyways.
Yeah. It's not like there's going to be a test at the end of these 5 classes to see if any of these kids learn shit. It's going to be like, hey there, parents, have you stretched in the past week? No? You're gonna today. Well, let's all sit down here on the ground and reach for your toes here. And you're just like, jeez, my fucking thighs don't do this. God.
Just wait until you get a couple years older. It gets worse.
Woo! I remember working at the daycare. We used to take the kids to the pool every Friday. And
Oh, that had to be fun.
well, I mean, what it turned into was, what it was the kids would walk. I would walk a little bit later. I would wait probably like 4 minutes so I could have a cigarette real quick before I caught up with the group. And then I'd smoke and speed walk on the way up to catching up with the group. I'd catch up with the group, grab the 3 stragglers that were taking forever at the end of them, and I'd pick them up and bring them up to the front and be like, all right, you idiots walk here now, go. We get there. They'd all jump around. I'd sort of sit out and put out the vibes towards the lifeguards for a little bit. There was one there. She was a cutie, man. Every time I was like, oh, man, are we swimming today? And then we'd get going, and halfway there, every time I'd be like, man, it's a really good thing that I come to the pool with the daycare kids, because, 1, I don't look half bad with my shirt off, and 2, it's going to be really, really awesome for the lifeguards to see how good I am with kids, you know? That's a turn on. That's a fucking turn on,
So
guys.
you tried using these kids to get with the lifeguard?
No, it wasn't even me using these kids to get with the lifeguard. I would show up and all of these kids were just fucking drawn to me because I was the only guy that worked there. So being the only guy that worked there, I was different from the old ladies and the high school girls that worked there. They're like, oh, we're going to go to Bryce. He's not a woman. Every kid is sexist. Ask any study that says there should be a dad in the home. That's true facts. Come on. But like, what it would turn into is me talking with the lifeguards for probably like 20 minutes. And then all of a sudden, all of these kids would come up and be like, Bryce, come play with us in the pool. And I'd be like, all right, sure. I'd jump in the pool for a second, jump out of the pool, and then all of those kids would just line up. And I would just whip them into the pool. I'd just stand there and be like, next kid, rah! Next kid, rah! Next kid, rah! Just fucking whip them as hard as I could, just trying to get them out in the middle of the pool, It's like out of the deep end. Every now and then, the real little kid would come with floaties, and I'd be like, hey, can you swim? And he'd be like, yeah. And I'd be like, then why are you wearing floaties? And he'd be like, so I don't drown. And I'd be like, Good enough for me. Rah! Try and get him into the shallow end. Then we had one kid. Oh my god, and that kid weighed about as much as me. It turns out I can throw myself into the pool, but not very far. The first time I did it, dude, oh my god. He came up to me and he was like, try throwing me! And like, he knew he was a fucking big kid, and he knew that it was not going to go good for me, and I was like,
fine.
alright, man, let's do it, come here. And he came over, and I scooped him up under the armpits, and instead of just like, picking him up like every other kid, I had to like, crouch and use my legs to lift him. And I was like, alright, here we go. Whipped him, and his fucking like heel almost smacked the concrete on the first try. And then probably like 3 weeks from there, I finally started getting him about 5 feet in. And I was like, oh my god, I am killing it right now. Joined the military probably 2 months later.
That was so I can lift this big fat kid up, so I'm going to the military.
Holy fuck, man. I'm not even kidding. Every time I got dropped was just a fucking joke for me, because they'd be like, get down and do push-ups. And I'd be like, all right, because I had just gotten done with my every week workout of whipping kids into the pool. My punishment as a child for any wrong that I did, we would get spankings, but that, quickly stopped when my dad realized, like, okay, yeah, I can spank these kids all I fucking want. They're not going to stop being little shitheads. So his way of life was, if you're going to be a smart ass, you might as well have some muscle to back it up, because chances are you're going to say the wrong shit to the wrong guy sometime. You're going to get your shit kicked in. So you should probably know how to hold your own. So from that day on, we stopped getting spankings, started getting dropped at home, So I was pretty used to getting smoked, I'd say some stupid shit, have to drop down and do 25 push-ups, or my dad would come in, see me and my 2 brothers fucking around the living room, and he'd be like, everybody can just drop down to the plank position. And we'd drop down in the plank position, and he would just sort of stoop up on the couch and sit there for a good, 15 minutes, and every time one of us dropped, because your body can't hold that thing, he'd be like, get your ass back up! What are you doing? Stand up, fucking wiggle your arms, get the blood back in there, and get back down there. Like, fucking okay, shit. All 3 of us just head to head like, you fucking idiot, it's your goddamn fault we're down here right now. Piece of shit. I'm like, no, yeah, I wasn't the one who was crying like a little bitch. Like, you spit in my face. Like, all right. That graduated to getting UFC gloves. I'm like, all right, I can't make you guys work out anymore as a punishment. Might as well just regulate you beating the shit out of each other. Here we go. Gloves, mouth guards, and we went to fucking town. So, when I joined the military, not that big of a deal. They were like, drop down and give me push-ups. I'm like, okay, what else you want me to do? I had a drill sergeant, had to come and get another drill sergeant to come and watch me one time, because he got so fucking angry that he had to go and have a cigarette. He was like, get over here and watch this motherfucker, I'll be right back. And he went to his car and smoked. Because they couldn't do anything to you. They couldn't hit you anymore by the time I got into it, so all they could do was make you do push-ups and make you fucking run. And every time I do it, I'd get down there and do fucking 30 or 40 push-ups and be like, what are you gonna do? Make me keep doing push-ups? Are you gonna make me run to the water thing? Like, fuck you guys. Then when I, got my paperwork to get out of the military, then all the drill sergeants really liked me. It came out. They were like, you're a lot of fun. You're a weird dude. What really pissed me off is a soldier that I have to take care of. But fucking when you're not my fucking problem, we really enjoy you. So
I could just see that.
That was a lot of fun.
If you were a soldier, if you had to go be a soldier,
it does not go good. They're like, go over here.
Oh, you're shooting at us.
Oh, you almost got me. It's fucking Stony Baloney running around. Well, I mean, what I said to my commanding officer is like, why do you want to quit? And I was like, look, I don't want to find myself at a time in my life any of these assholes in a foxhole with me. And I can almost guarantee none of them want to be in a fucking foxhole with this guy. So let's just solve the problem right now.
Let's just cut it off and make sure that doesn't happen.
It didn't help that fucking, like, every night we'd get down into our barracks and we'd be laying in our bunks and shit, and I'd hear the 4 kids around me just like, oh my god, I can't wait to get overseas and fucking kill some Hajis and shit. And you're just like, hey, you know when you get shot in the face over there, you're not gonna, like, respawn at HQ, right? And you guys get that, yeah? You understand that when you, like, you shoot that Haji once, you're probably gonna see that guy in, like, your morning coffee, in the mirror, and your kid when they come and wake you up in the middle of the night. You ever punched a toddler in the face? Probably will after you murder a guy. You know? Oh, they're not guys, they're Hajis. Like, no, those guys are fucking exactly like you, just they are doing basic training in the Middle East. So, really, there's a good chance you come up on a guy who's exactly like you. You know, like, if I go overseas, I could happen upon some asshole with 2 kids he doesn't fucking see a whole bunch, and a new family back home that he fucking hangs out with a whole lot. You know? And then, it's just gonna be me and him pointing guns at each other like, fuck, man. Hey, look, I don't know what you're gonna go home to. I would like to go home. Rock, paper, scissors you for it. And then he goes, oh, and then bang, he's dead, and I get to go home. That's war.
Oh, rock, paper, scissors you for?
Yeah, come on.
So what?
Gotta be civil.
All right. Whoever loses gets shot.
Yep. Whoever loses doesn't get to see their family again. And then we entered the most intense rock, paper, scissors you've ever seen.
Have you seen Adventure Park? Ever seen Adventure Park?
Oh, yeah.
Where they
Action,
rock,
are you
paper,
talking
scissors?
Action Park?
No, it's Adventure Park, isn't it? Or is it Action Park?
Adventureland?
No. What is it called? It's something
What-
park with the
what is
raccoon
it?
and the bird. It's a cartoon. It was on
Oh.
Cartoon Network.
That might be Adventure Park. Adventure Time? No, regular show.
Yeah, there you go.
Not even fucking close!
But they
Oh my god!
they have an they have an episode of them playing rock paper scissors and they tie 100 times and then something crazy happens.
Yeah, and the fucking, like, 4th dimension opens
Yeah.
up. You guys have beaten the thing. That's what I love about that show. The regular show is just so fucking out there that it's like, yeah, okay, fuck it. I can hop on this crazy train. I don't give a shit. They're like, even if it's a bad episode, it's still so captivating that you can't fucking look away. You know, they're like, oh yeah, we found this video game for Nintendo 64, and we're gonna play it and try and find some secret level, which is actually a game that, like, I learned this later, but that's totally an actual game thing that they were, like, doing. Way back in the Atari or whatever, there was a game where you run around, try not to hit the things, but there was a secret level where if you fucking just sort of went into the wall at the right spot, you would just go into a blackout screen, and you could hear the noises and shit, so you were clearly still moving around, and you just move around in the dark and hopefully try and hit this thing, and once you finally got it, the, like, screen would come to light, and then you'd pop back out in the real place, but fucking... It was so weird and so pointless, but that was the first Easter egg in video game history, by the way. Little fun fact. Also, I don't know much else about that fact, but there you go. If anybody tries to question you on it, just shoot them here, and then they'll be like, yeah, that guy's probably a fucking idiot who doesn't know what he's talking about. But then they'll look it up and be like, oh shit, he was kind of almost close there. So,
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of almost close.
A wee bit.
The regular show's all about that. If you love...
My mom.
My mom. If you love movies and TV
His big
shows,
old titties are flapping.
pop culture reference, I'd be High Five Ghost. You'd be Muscle Man. For sure. Oh, are we doing that for Halloween? Dumbass Dad's Halloween episode. High Five Ghost and Muscle Man. I'd be for it. That'd be awesome. But, like, watch regular show because they're all about it. Also, if you finish regular show and you still have HBO Max, which is something we both get down with, it's good shit, guys. Fucking, it's worth the $14. It's so worth it. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus fuck. They got everything. They got classic Cartoon Network. They got all of HBO, anything. They got fucking new movies from Warner Brothers coming out. Click down on the link below and use promo code DAD. No percentage off of your first month of HBO Max.
Yeah.
They'll probably actually charge you more. They'll be like, oh, you came from that dumbass dad's group? Fucking goddamn. Here's Showtime, you piece of shit. Which, by the way, if you have Showtime... I fucking know about Showtime. Showtime has stuff. Actually,
Showtime has stuff.
Dude, Showtime's got a show called...
I don't know.
I'm Dying Up Here. And it is about stand-up comedians in, like, the 60s. Or whatever. And it's so good.
Is it?
Yeah, dude, doing stand-up in the 60s was a lot about how good you were at eating club managers' pussies. So... I think it's on the Jim Jeffries show. He goes to get like a thing to maybe get a show going. And when he walks into the interview, the lady behind the desk is like, all right, how about you come over here and eat my pussy and we'll see if you get that show. And he's like, what? And he leaves and his manager calls him back and he's like, did you eat her pussy or not? And he's like, no, I didn't think that was a thing you'd have to do. And he's like, no, man, do you know how many miles of dick have been sucked to build Hollywood? Now it's their turn. Now we gotta get it down there and munch some muff, dude. Sorry. Would you rather be sucking a dick? Well, no. Well, it's a good thing you're fucking here today then, huh? Turn your ass around, get back in there, and go eat that pussy. You think the guy who played Chandler got that part because he was fucking funny? No, Matthew Perry's not fucking funny. He's just really good at eating pussy. Man, if only I'd known before I started the family. Back when I was homeless in California, if I had known that eating pussy was all I had to do would get my name out there, fucking poo. I wouldn't be doing this podcast with you, Daryl. I'd be on Hey Babe or some shit.
Hey Babe.
Hey Babe.
Hey.
Talking mad shit about dumbass dads. You'd be with Chris DiStefano.
Oh, yeah.
That guy. Fucking.
You'd be with, what's his name?
With Sal Vulcano.
Yeah.
I'd fuck around with Sal Vulcano.
I'm sure you would. Valcaro.
Hey, look, we're probably not saying your name right, and you're probably not watching this show. Just like everybody else we've mentioned. Do I look crazy? I feel like I look crazy.
Yeah.
Every time I look up at myself, I'm like, Jesus, look at that guy. Should do the buzzed head like you.
I can't do that no more.
Didn't you just escape from prison?
Shit, with my Homer Simpson pajama.
That'd be the greatest prison outfit ever. Can you imagine if you got fucking like checked into jail and they're like, all right, here you go. Here's your thing, and they gave you like the shitty sandals to put on, and then they gave you Homer jammy pants, and then that fucking orange V-neck, and you're like, what's going on right now?
It'd have to be like an orange V-neck or a yellow one at least.
I always get like an orange V-neck every time I get checked in.
No.
I make it sound like I go to jail a lot. It's not a lot, but when I do, I get the outfit. Something about you're not supposed to have shoelaces or something.
Yeah, because you could kill yourself with them.
Or your celly. Only celly I ever had. He was in there for meth, and he was fucking pumped that I was his celly mate. He was like, oh my god, another person, finally! And then he found out I was only doing 24 hours, and he was not happy about that. He's like, how long are you in here for? I was like, only 24 hours. I'll be out like same time tomorrow morning. He was like, man, I've been in here alone for so long, and there's 4 beds here. Like, there's supposed to be other people in here. I just, like, it's so nice to have someone to talk to. I'm like, ah, cool. What are you in here for? He's like, meth. Not like a bunch of meth. They just found a little bag in my car that had a little extra dust in it. And when they tested it, it was meth, so I got 10 years. I'm like, whoa. Fuck, dude, that's intense. He's like, yeah. Want to learn how to turn the TV on? I said yeah, and I mean, the lesson was a lot more intense than I was expecting it to be. There's
So he got 10 years for a little dust.
yeah, for a empty bag of meth is what he got 10 years for.
That don't sound right.
That doesn't sound right. I also wasn't molested that night at all, so I mean, he couldn't, like, there's a chance he was telling the truth? I don't know. He's a sweet dude.
I don't believe that at all.
The molested part or the meth part?
Both.
It was so weird. There was one point I woke up in the middle of the night and like looked over and he was just staring out the window just like he turns around because he notices that I'm not snoring anymore and it's just like there's a dog out there. And that was that. I was like, oh, okay. And tried to like get me to come over and see it. I was like, no, I'm gonna stay here and keep sleeping. And I rolled back over, went back to bed. The next morning we wake up and he was like, it was so nice having you sleeping there. And I was like, why? It was the snoring, dude. That snoring just like put me out like a light, man. Cool beans, bro.
I'm sure he molested
That's
you.
awesome. I'm not that heavy of a sleeper. Also, I mean, come on. It's not like I would have stopped it halfway through. I'd have been like, blowjob's a blowjob. Blowjob's a blowjob. Back in high school, I used to go to school in a real homophobic land called Lockwood Harrow. Land of the fag haters. And we being the femmy dude that I am, life was interesting. So all of those guys grew up thinking, gay people are the worst, and they're gay on you, and then you'll be gay.
They'll
And
get their gay on you.
Yeah, you know? And homophobes, am I right? And then I grew up thinking, like, man, gay people have a penis and also like sucking dick, probably are the best dick suckers you're ever going to run into in your life ever. I don't care if it's a professional prostitute or tranny prostitute doesn't count because she has a dick too. And gave an exquisite blowjob. 10 out of 10 would recommend. But, you know, like,
What?
first time I got a BJ from a gay dude, yeah, way better than the first time I got a blowjob from a fucking girl. Are you kidding me? He was just like, oh yeah, I know how penises work. And I was like, whoa, yeah, you do. You're great at penises. Women are just like, yep, this is a dick. Seen them once, seen them all. And you're like, why are you licking my pubes? What the fuck? Get your mouth off of that. The shaft is just to hold the sensitive part up. I mean, come on, just pull your vagina outwards. That's what you got. The head of a dick is just the clit of a vagina, guys. That's all it is. If you're gonna look, if you have a guy, you go down on a guy, and you're just like, you're licking his shaft and stuff, and you're like, jerk, 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 and you're not doing anything to the head. When he goes down on you, don't get fucking pissed when he's just massaging your lips. Okay?
What?
It's essentially the same thing. If you're just gonna sit there fucking rubbing some dude's shaft, you might as well just be playing with the lips of the vagina right there. Like, oh yeah, you like that? How's that feel? It's like, really just feels like you're opening and closing my vagina. Really? Fucking not a whole lot of awesome going on down there. You want to put that tongue on the clip part where it's supposed to be? And you're just like, oh, okay, here you go. And they're like, nope, that's my butthole. What the fuck? I've seen your search history. I know you know what you're doing.
Oh my god.
I feel like that's a problem a lot of guys have. Also, I just like licking that butthole.
Oh my god.
Work your way all up and down that track, you know?
You never go ass to mouth.
Always go ass to mouth.
Never go ass to mouth.
Why?
Haven't you seen Clerks 2? You never go ass to mouth.
Less of a Bush situation going on every butthole than there is on every vagina. Women, you probably got to shave your asshole a lot less than you got to shave your pussy. Am I right?
That's probably a true fact.
That is true facts. I know that's true facts. You're going at it doggy style. You ever spread those cheeks open and go, whoa, fuck! You can knit a sweater out of this. No.
Health.
I mean, like, yeah, I get it goes all the way around the vagina. It's not. How do we even get on this topic? Dumbass dance, baby. Pew 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 pew. Oh, should we end it right there?
Yeah. Don't go ass the mouth.
Always.